Hey there everyone, I'm Jen Houston, owner of the Artsy Fartsy Gallery. I'm a full-time independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Canmore, Alberta, Canada. And welcome to Four Cards and Friends. I'm going on just a little bit early today. Normally it's in the evening, but tonight I have a diet meeting to go to. Yikes. It's getting real. So I didn't want to leave you hanging, so I thought, okay, well, we'll come on a little bit early. But as most of you know that come on here often, please jump on, say hello, tell me where you're from, tell me anything you'd like to share, because this is kind of, cards and friends. So I love chit-chatting with my card making friends and my creative friends, so just, say hello. And an incentive to chit-chat, every time you comment, your name will be entered into a draw to win one of the cards that are made today, this afternoon, pardon me, morning. Yeah, I guess it's still morning. I've been up for so long, it feels like it should be afternoon. Anyways, that plus if you share this video, your name will also be entered into a different draw for a chance to win 4 of my cards. So, yes, incentive to chit-chat, that's for sure. Give me some thumbs up if you can hear me well. I've had some comments saying that I'm quite quiet. So I need to find a microphone system, but for now, I will try and talk a little bit louder to help that out. All right, so today's stamp set is going to be Beautiful You. It's an oldie but a goodie. Here it is. I'll just show it to you on the screen. So here it is. Lots of neat little sayings. Very versatile. When I first saw the stamp set, I thought, but it's really grown on me. I think it's great for multiple kinds of cards, and it's just one of those sets that I think everyone needs in their arsenal. Okay, I'm just getting my other screen set up here. So it comes in 2 cases because there are so many stamps in it, which we love, right? So throughout this presentation, if you are interested in this set, it's called Beautiful You. The number is 143637, and if you want to check it out in your catalog, check out page 132. If you do order anything under $200, if you could use the host code when you punch in your order, that would be wonderful, and I'll send you a little gift for that. So there's the big code, and if you want the direct link to order online for Canadians, there's my name, Jen Houston with 2 N's, Stampin' Up, no apostrophe or anything, .net. All right, let's get rolling. Our first card. Okay. Now this card example came from my upline, so I'm stealing her idea. Pam Perot, thank you for the great idea. So here we go. I have a basic black cardstock base. Here's my little piece for the inside. Just set that aside with the envelope. We'll kind of fiddle with that later on. But for now, we're going to use a piece of Whisper White. I'm using the thicker cardstock for this front here, and it's measured by 4 and 5 1/4. And all I'm going to do is use my Memento Black, ink it up, try not to make you seasick. I'm going to stamp her right in the middle. You'll see the image in a second here. Her from the stamp set. And then I'm just going to stamp her multiples kind of in rows almost. there she is there. I'm going to stamp. Now, did she do? It's behind me here. Yep, she did do full on women. And one over here. One here. Now, of course, you could use the Stamparatus for this. Now, did she do another? Yes, she did. Okay, so we'll just fill in these little gaps to complete this row here. And there we have it. Good. Okay, let's put that black away. I'm going to use my Simply Chamois. And maybe I'll get the card down. So this is the card that she made. Let's just show it. And so I'm going to kind of take my spin on it and change up the colors, of course, just to, you know, see kind of what a different kind of combo would look like. And I'm not going to add this U part, just to, I don't know if I don't have that actually, so we're just going to do something a little bit different. So now I'm using gray granite because that has seemed to become my my go-to right now. I love gray granite. As a lot of you know, it sat on my closet, it sat in my cupboard for all year, and 3 weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, I'm like, oh my word, where has this color been? I love it. So this is just going to be the little scribble that goes over top of her dress. So it doesn't have to be perfect because it's kind of a little scribble, right? Just put her on. But I'm leaving the middle one blank because I'm going to change up the color for that middle one. And one more here with the gray granite. I'm going to wipe that off on my Simply Chamois here before I change up the color. I'm just going to stamp here just to make sure everything's good to go. Hello, Alice. Hi, Donna. Nice to see you guys. I'm on at a weird time today, so I didn't know if anybody would pop on. So thank you. Thanks for popping on. So we're using Beautiful You today. And you ladies are beautiful too. All right. This is Rococo Rose. So a brand new in color coming out June 4th. Love it. Love it. Okay. Our last little dress squiggle here. Fancy. It stands out nicely. Let's erase that. And while we have this color out, I'm going to do the little Celebrate. Now I see I should have probably left a little space there. I didn't, but there's a bigger space down here, so I think I'm going to just put the Celebrate right in there. Celebrate. That's all I'm going to do. Wipe that part off. I'm just going to glue this card base. I like that stamp set. I've used it a lot. I know when I first saw it, I was kind of, I don't know. But especially that lady with her leg up in there, I'm like, what? You know, you could see her underwear if she did that. That's what's going through my head, right? But you know, it's really grown on me. I quite like it. Been missing you live. Aw, no worries. You know, I was away too. So everything was kind of not in a nice routine, so don't worry at all. And there's always replay, right? So this is gonna, oh yes, look what I did. I got myself a little there. So let's see how we're gonna fix this. How about we get out a Stampin' Blend. I don't have Rococo Rose just yet because we're not allowed to order it till, you know, June. So I think, I'm just going to take my black Stampin' Blend. And the paintbrush side, let's just add a bit of some flicks, some dots. And then it won't be so obvious. Just a few little bits. Well, maybe I'll add a few more here. There. Good. Now it won't be shown as intense. Would you believe I do not have, you don't have this set, Lisa Harden. I'm thinking about getting the new sketch set. Hi, Karen. Michelle, thank you for sharing. You can see her on, I know. I figured, you know, who would lift their leg up like that and just hold it there? I've sent it to somebody who had hip surgery, and I said, you know, soon you'll be able to do this. I don't know. Love this set, so many uses. I know, right? Hello, Christina. Karen. Oh, everybody's on. Look at that. Look at that. That's awesome. So there's the card, basically. For the inside, what I thought I would do is, it says celebrate, so let's add with our Rococo rose. I'm actually wanting to do this lady, just faint. So I'm going to stamp off a couple times, and then in the corner, because most of you know I hate putting things in the, oh look at, I did it again. Where is this coming from? Okay, I'm going to flip it. I'm going to do it again. It's the magic of paper, right? Make a boo-boo and flip it. So I hate putting things in the middle because I don't know how to write around it. You know, big problems, I know. Let's cover this black up before it jumps on something else. And I'm going to put this little saying here from that set. Please don't be upside down. Life looks beautiful on you. Someone years ago used that stamp, added lines to turn the dress into a bikini. Ooh, oh, also needed a dot for the belly button. I suppose if you just, yeah, just, you know, made it. Oh yeah, you can make your little top there. Oh wow, get really risque, can't you there, Donna? The right man or something like that. Just stopping by for a few minutes during lunch, but I love the card. Thank you. So that is going to be my inside of my card. Let's get it in there before we have problems. There. Simple, simple. How cute. Now for the envelope, I'm just going to use that squiggle in Rococo Rose. At least that's my plan. We'll see if it looks any good. Probably should have. Good enough. Card number 1 is done. How simple. That you can call simple stamping. 1 layer of cardstock, just stamps and ink. Away we go. Done. There we have it. Okay, next card. Let me put this away. Make sure it's clean. So thank you, Pam, for the great idea. Next card. Now, I had done this one a while back. Hello, Janet. Nice to see you. I had done this card a while back. It was actually this was part of a paper pumpkin kit, this piece. And so I just used it up, added the extra little bits here, and made it into a different version of a card. So I'm going to use that kind of layout idea with some different colors, of course. And we'll see what we get here. So, okay, I'm using Rich Razzleberry this time. I've got my envelope and inside bit. Move those aside. I've got the, you know, underwear lady, for lack of better terms. I'm going to use her. So ink her up with the Memento ink. Stamp it onto this little piece. There she be. And I'm going to color her with the watercolor pencils. We get so kind of stuck with the blends because they're so amazing, but hey, let's dig out those watercolor pencils and have some fun with them. Okay, so hopefully that Memento is dry. I'm just going to go in with some Calypso Coral. So of course with watercolor pencils you don't have to color absolutely everything, right? That's the fun of it. You kind of just go in different sections sloppily. And we're going to use a blender pen, or you can use an aqua painter to kind of fill it in. So here's my blender pen, and I'm just going to kind of mush it all together. So it just kind of smears the watercolor pencils around. Blending up those colors nicely. Pretty, pretty dress. Oh, I should do her hat. I think I'm going to stick to 2 separate colors in here. See how I didn't fill it right into the, edges of the lines? You don't have to with these, because this blender pen is going to do all your work for you. Blend that orange and blend out that rich raspberry. Good, good. Now her skin, all we have is early espresso, so I'm just going to go faint. Like so. Whoop. I have a jumping lid. And back in just to smudge that early espresso around there. Done. I suppose I should have, where did I put them here? I'll color this up. I think I'm going to use green. We're going to make it look like she's standing on grass. I think green would look nicer than the, say Bermuda Bay, or I think we have Bermuda Bay or Pacific Point for kind of blues if you wanted water. So there again, just smear it. Like so. Good. Let's put those away. Next, I'm going to add, I have some Calypso Coral twine, so I thought let's add a bit on the bottom of this little piece here. And tie a little knot. There. And some scissors. Trim that off. Just kind of balances it out. I ran this through the tufted embossing folder just to give it some pizzazz, and I'm going to put that down like so. I think I'm going to use dimensionals, just because with the tufted embossing folder and the ribbon here, nothing will get, it'll get stuck well. Just make sure it's stuck. Love this set. I paired it with High Tide. For my first on stage, I used this one. Oh, neat. Nice. Yes, I've seen with the High Tide, with those birds. I think they have the birds in it. I don't have that set. And it matches so nice. Oh my look at me. I really need a baby wipe or something here. So I'm just going to angle this, making sure that it's still on the card. Next, I cut out a little piece of the Calypso Coral with the stitched framelets. So one of the smaller squares. And my former card talked about that little, you know, life may not be the party we had hoped for, but while we're here, we might as well dance. I'm not a dancer. I don't know who I'd give that to, except I have one person in my life that I could give that to. So instead, I'm going to use this one. So happy for you. So, you know, if they've had hip surgery, so happy for you. Maybe one day you could lift your leg like this. I think I would need hip surgery before I had that happen too. Okay, let's pop this guy up too. So I'm not going to put dimensionals here. I'm just going to use snail tape, and then I'm going to put dimensionals on this section. Okay, so this side, dimensionals, 1 and a 2, and this side gets snail because that area is already popped up, right? You know, before I put this down, we do have a rich raspberry blender pen. Since I smeared there, we're going to get lots of use. That's blackberry. Let's go with this one. Light rich raspberry. Let's go for it. Let's just splat her too. Ooh. So you can make it a little or as much as you want. I made graduation cards with her too. Yes. So if you actually make just the little triangle for her hat, yes, you can make the graduation look, which is a great idea for this set. Okay, let's stick this down here. So happy for you. Okay, that's not, I guess because of that ribbon there, it's a little bit higher, but there's the outside, sorry. There's the outside. And for the inside, do we stamp again? We could smudge on some rich raspberry and Calypso Coral. I think I'm going to just do what I did with the last card, just have kind of the outline of her, but just a lot more faint. So I'll stamp off a few times and then add her. Okay, and I think that's good for the inside. Where's that block? Let's add this in here. Like so. Oh no, I'm late, as I just saw you are live. Hi everyone. Yes, Amy, I have to I have my diet meeting to learn how to do this keto thing. Gonna give that one a try. I've only started dieting since I was 7, you know. And I'm not even joking. I don't know if you guys know, some of you might, or remember, she's from Calgary actually, Charlene Prickett. And she used to have this, she was on TV, she was an exercise lady, and she had this wicker chair, and she would sit in this wicker chair, and they would do their exercises with no runners, and it was, I followed her for the longest time, and I know I started her videos when I was 7, which I taught 7-year-olds, and I just think that's horrible that I thought I was not good enough, kind of, by the time I was 7. It's horrible. Anywho, I'm just going to stamp "So Happy for You" on the front in rich razzleberry, and I think that there's a smaller doodad, meaning this little squiggle here. I think I'm going to do that in Calypso Coral, just to tie in those colors. I've put the grad cap on her also, but Santa hat and fur for Christmas. Smart, smart. So you guys all have this set. You're all pros at this one. That's awesome. So hopefully I can give you some new ideas to try this one out. Dig this one back out. Yeah, oh, shoo. That's a great one. Okay, I think we're about ready. Just a little squiggle. Done. The Simply Chamois. Boy, going back to these older sets, and they don't have the cling. They're not cling mount. It's kind of, I kind of like the cling. I'm going to try dancing workout videos. Are you? Oh man. Yep. I did love step aerobics. I did go to the gym for 3 years, and I did step aerobics religiously, and 5:30 every morning. Didn't lose a ton of weight, but I definitely was more toned and more in shape, that's for sure. So there are 2 different kinds of versions based on the same design. Let's check something else out. Card number 3. This one. Got so many boxes. Okay, so this one is based on this card I had done in the past, just kind of with some a watercolor wash, and just stamping her in black and wishing you brighter days to come. I see I actually used that, now that I look at it, I used that white glimmer paper, and it kind of shines nicely. But there are ways to make that happen in my watercolor paper. Okay, so I'm going to use my watercolor, my aqua painter. If I can find where I put it. Yes. I'm just going to squiggle on some water. So just get that page kind of wet. I'm going to squeeze these. I'm using mint macaron. I love the cling, and I'm waiting to buy a few returning sets until they are available in cling. Absolutely. Oh, I quite like them. I know there's a lot of people that don't, but oh, I wouldn't go back. Okay, just rush on some of that color. I think I need more, so once again, you can always start off light, go a little darker. Hello, Tanya. I'm doing well, thank you. Let's get that little bit off. So mint macaron, and then I'm going to do the Highland Heather, just to switch up the colors. Ooh, this might be bright up here. So just kind of dropping in the color lightly. You can always add more. Okay, I think that's good. I'm just going to wipe this off on my Simply Chamois for now. Yep, that's good. And the trick is to dry this. So I'm going to go and get my heat tool here, which is, the cord's not long enough. So I'll be back. Talk amongst yourselves. back. I love how this purple separates. It's got pinks and little bits of blue. There's a blue, and oh, it's quite nice. I think a lot of us get frustrated looking at the scale because we forget that when we are dieting and working out, that muscle weighs more than fat. So if you are more toned, you have probably lost more fat than it appears. I know that I have to remind myself of that sometimes. Absolutely. Yes, that's silly. It's hard. But yes, you should go based on kind of how your clothes fit and your measurements for sure, as opposed to that stupid number on the scale. But yet, what do doctors measure? If they don't bother to measure my waist, they, measure the weight. Here we go. I should have used the stamp apparatus for this, since it's on the watercolor paper, because if it misses a little bit, it's okay. If it misses a little bit, then you can reapply that, right? Now, her hair looks a little funny, so I'm just going to go in with the blender pen and just kind of fill it in a little bit. Just there. Otherwise, she turned out pretty good. Okay, and once again, I'm just going to use this saying, wishing you brighter days to come. Once again with blue. Black. There. How simple is this card, right? If you don't have the aqua painter, what you could do is use just the blend daubers or a sponge and just, daub on some random color and then stamp over top. That way too, you wouldn't need to have the watercolor paper. You could just use plain old Whisper White paper. Okay, I think she's clean. Let's put that sheet of mint macaron behind. A lot of snail because it's a little bit bumpy and textured. Just want to make sure it's stuck down there, especially when the water paper color sometimes gets a little bit warpy and bumpy, so that just helps make sure it's stuck down. Then I have a piece of the, oh my word, what is happening to me? Seriously, I don't know where it's coming from. Well, let's go like this for now. And look at, I'm doing it again. Is it on here? I don't know. No. Okay, let's just attach this. There are always things called pearls we could make, put on there. I'm making cards today. Awesome, Janet. There we go. There's our card front. For the inside, what should we do? Just shoot them all out. My daubers, I need a better system for this. This was that. We can do light and Highland Heather. Okay, so you want to see color getting everywhere now. So I'm just going to put my, oh, I did that wrong. Anyways, add some color. I'm also going to add that same color to my envelope. Take this off. I'm sure I have a different green one here. We'll just use this. Yeah, that one. It's similar. color. Okay, and get out the mint macaron and just smudge in some color. Just like so. Nothing fancy, nothing weird. Well, it is a little weird, but it's all good. Okay, I kind of think I want to stamp her over top, just me. I don't think I need her entire body, but maybe I'm going to stamp off a couple times. Yeah. Oh, her hair got totally missed. I'll fill that in with a blender pen. Okay, and once again for the inside. There. I like it. I love how by stamping off you can get so many new colors, just, you know, lighter and lighter and lighter based on how many times you stamp off. Okay, let's fix this little hair. So I'm just going to go in with the blender pen. Let's just take some ink off of the stamp. Because that's going to need to come off anyway. And just add that in. There, she's good. Alright, so there's our little card. Wishing you brighter days to come. Off. Check my fingers. All right, and our last one. This one's always fun. What gray am I using? I'm not using gray. I'm using Memento. That's what I mean. It's just that I stamped off. So instead of having that or that, see how it looks gray? It just looks lighter just based on how many times you stamp off. So you get so many colors out of one ink pad, which I think is phenomenal. Okay, so for this one, we're not using the lady at all. We're just going to use one of the sayings. Now let's put this envelope aside and the inside aside. And what I have here is crumb cake, a piece of the wood textures paper, so 4 by 5 1/4. I have a piece here, oh shoot, I don't know, crumb cake again, 2 5/8 by 2 5/8, and then a piece of black, basic black at 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. And what we are going to do is the chalkboard look. So I'm going to put these things aside here. I'm going to get out my embossing buddy. I saw Lisa Harden did this the other day and I thought, oh, smart. Just put the embossing buddy right in your tray and hopefully you'll remember to use it, because you know, if you're like me, I always forget until after I've put the powder on. So there we go. Just takes off any oils that might be on there, any static, that kind of stuff where you don't want the powder to stick. I've got my Versamark ink, which is going to be, it's a clear, sticky ink that's going to help our powder to stick to the paper. So this one, this stamp says, live with passion, laugh out loud, and love deeply. What a cool saying. Done. And I'm going to put put this in my little tray. This was just from the dollar store years ago. I know Stampin' Up! Used to sell one. I keep baby wipes on my desk to wipe my hands because I get ink on my hands a lot. And I have ruined projects before. I hear ya. I'm trying to get away from the baby wipe thing, but I don't think it's working. I know I had bought a ginormous box from Costco at one point, and I thought, oh my word, I'll never get through this all, but I sure have. Okay, I've got a few little, oh there. I was looking for my little paintbrush to get rid of some of those little extra fluffs, but I don't think I need it. So I'm going over here to my heat gun. I don't know why that light keeps flickering. Hopefully we're not having another power outage. We've had quite a few of those. I don't know if that's common in the area or what that's about. Next, I'm going to take my Whisper White Stampin' the Craft ink. Hello! Oh, see you later, Karen. Have fun with the kids. Hi, Sandy. Must be on your lunch break, too. Yes, I'm a little bit of a surprise. Love heat embossing, but always forget to do it. I know. Yeah, I have a little diet meeting tonight. Okay, I got a special new sponge dauber for the white, so I wouldn't make it dirty. Apparently, I have lost it. There it is. So I just put craft ink on the side here, because of course nowadays you put your own ink on your white craft ink pad. And all I'm going to do is just smudge some, oh that's too dark, smudge some around the outside. It'll look like kind of, you know, kind of a white chalkboard, pardon me, look. Like so. I don't know if you can tell. It just kind of looks a little smudgy, like somebody's used that board before, right? Brings back my teaching memories. I loved my children, but I did not love some of the politics, that's for sure. I've got my white, what is this called? Watercolor pencil. And I'm just going to draw some lines around the outside, just to kind of frame it. I'm not measuring, I'm not going to be that fussy. Just kind of focuses the words. If it's crooked, Oop, little bud. Almost bud. We'll go out in a minute. Mama's almost done. Like so. Okay, I'm going to put this inside here. And let's assemble this card. So I have the wood, ooh, side. I like this side. Okay. Decisions. Placing that in the center. Next, I'm going to put that up there, just in the middle at the top. Oh, I was going to use linen thread around here. Forgot. And this one I'm going to pop up with dimensionals because it is the important part. Has anyone tried this chalkboard technique before? I always forget to do the blackboard technique. Thanks for, yeah, it's so easy and it looks so neat. let's just pop it up like so. I almost want to find a stamp set with some flowers and add that on maybe the corner. I think that would look kind of fun, just to give it a little something. But what a great teacher card, right? A little chalkboard idea. Live with passion, laugh out loud, love deeply. And because we know most of them do, right? They're great people. They work darn hard. What shall we add to the center? I don't know. Maybe this will be one. You know what? Well, I'm going to find some flowers and add them there. And whatever flowers I stamp, use for this, I will stamp on the inside as well as onto the envelope. I think that's what I will do. Because I think it just needs some color, needs some something, right? All right. So beautiful you. I hope you've, as many of you, it sounds like, have this set, so maybe you can give some of these ideas a try. Rekindled some ideas from before the chalkboard technique, and getting out that heat embossing, because that's always fun. And watercolor paper and the aqua painter. You could use the flower punch pack. I don't have that. But yes, you could use that. So hopefully you have maybe learned something, or will look at this set a little bit differently. And like I said before, here is the information if you don't have this set and you would like to get it. Otherwise, thank you for popping by on my random little time this morning. I hope you have a wonderful day. Varied vases. Yeah, vases. Vases. I never know. Yes, there are tons of flowers in there, aren't there? They would be cute. Good idea, Sandy. You always have such great ideas. All right, so I will talk to you all later. I hope you have an awesome day. Bye.